Hey everyone, Morgan here. You know why you're here, so let's go ahead and get started on making this DIY water filtration. So I always thought that this was a really crazy idea because it was so expensive, but I used cheaper filters which made this under $100, and I will talk about that later. But this is all you need: buckets, filters, and a spigot. And that's basically it. Okay, you need some tools and things like that, which husband is going to show you here in a minute. He did most of the heavy lifting, okay, not gonna lie. So what he's doing now is he's lining it up, getting the spigot, making sure that everything is gonna fit in here with the water filters and all this stuff, but it's super easy. Anyone can do it. So he's just gonna line up the spigot here. So he's gonna get a Sharpie and put a little circle around the bottom of it to make sure that he has the right dimensions for this specific spigot. He's then going to take a drill bit that is a little bit smaller just to make the first hole. Then he's going to take a larger drill bit that's going to make the actual hole for the spigot. You want the spigot to be nice and snug in there. So, you're kind of pushing it in there a little bit. That's good. We want it to be nice and snug. So then just put the fasteners on and fasten that spigot right in there. Nice and easy, isn't it? He used some tools here to tighten it further just to make sure that baby doesn't come out. Now it is time to line up the filters with the lid on the bottom. So what we did with the spigot, that spigot part is going to be on the bottom. Now this is where the filters are going to be in this top bucket. So he's going to take the filters and line it up. We want to make sure that the bucket stays kind of in the middle so it's not protruding onto the little slats on that lid there, as you can see. So he's just going to take a small bit and make one small hole first, and then we're going to measure it again and make it a bigger bit, and again one more time, just to make sure that we're not making it too big. You can always go bigger, you can't go smaller, you know what I mean? So then he gets a bigger bit and does it for a third time. Now he knows which bit to use, so he'll just use that on the next one. But then he just spins that water filter into that hole, and it's good. Again, it needs to be a snug hole, so you can't have it too small, you can't have it too big either. So that's why he did the smallest one first. We tested it, and then we kept doing it until we found the right size bit. So these are off-brand filters. These are not Berkey filters. If they were Berkey filters, this system would be well over $100. It would probably be closer to $200 instead of under $100. These filters are exactly the same as Berkey, and I'm going to put a link down below to where you can get these filters. I've used them, I continue to use them. This is what we're using, and it works for us, and they're great filters. You always want to prime brand new filters, and these are brand new. So prime them. It usually comes with instructions on how to do that. So prime them before you use them. So now that they're primed, we're going to go ahead and screw them into the water filter here system. So just going to go ahead and screw them in, and here's some music while you watch us screw in the water filters. Line up the lid so that you're screwing the water filters in through the lid, of course, so that the water can drip down into that bottom bucket. And I decided to be helpful to screw in that little bit. Look, Mom, I'm helping. Oh, my husband does so much for me. Thank you, husband. And I just wanted to show that I'm helping again. Look, I'm helping. Okay, now we got the filters in there through the lid. Now we're just going to go ahead and tighten the lid and the top bucket onto the bottom bucket. We're also going to fasten the top lid on, although we don't need to do that until after. This is just for demonstration purposes. Hey, you want to make sure that it's nice and sturdy, and you got that top lid there. You're always going to want that top lid on while the water is in it, to keep debris and dust and all that stuff out. But voila, it's done. Okay, so we decided to pour a bunch of water in there and get it going. I mean, why wait to test it, right? Test it now. Okay, so it is working as planned. What's nice is that this is a 5-gallon bucket, right? I have 5 gallons of potential water, being able to filter through. So, all right, so we're going to show you that it is indeed working. See that little splashing in the bottom there? Oh yeah. And the light was really helpful here. You can see the water up top and then the water filtering down into the bottom. It really, it takes as long as it takes. I'm not really worried about how long it takes. It is a gravity-fed system, but the spigot is great. It works. There you go. Water is coming out. I had to wait, I think, like an hour before it was fully filtered or whatever, but this water was so good. These filters are great. The system is perfect. I highly recommend making this under $100. Put a link down below to where you can go find this, and there's a link to full instructions on my website. Conquer tomorrow by preparing today. Bye-bye.